We're coming to the end of 2025. A lot of seven-figure businesses are still wasting a lot of time, about 20 hours a week, on tasks that they're doing manually that could be taken on by AI. So with 2026 fast approaching, there's 8 AI trends that you can get up and running with inside your business to help you get ahead of the game. You can start off by reclaiming about 10 hours a week just for yourself as a seven-figure business owner. And there's some projections showing that people are increasing their revenue by up to 40%. If you wait another 12 months before you get on board with AI and automation, you'll lose talent to AI-driven businesses and your share of the market will start to decline. Hi, I'm Phil. I've been coding automation since 2007, and with the march forward of AI, this has just fast-tracked what automation can do. I've now set up my own AI automation agency to help seven-figure businesses get up and running and adopting AI and automation inside their business to save time, save money, and help you figure out how to generate more revenue. Okay, so let's dive into it. So there's 8 trends that are coming up in 2026 that people can start taking advantage of to help save them time in the business and ultimately try and grow the revenue as well, get more of the market share, beat your competitors to the punch. So what's trend number 1? Agentic AI and autonomous agents. Now, this has probably been talked about for a while now. Anyway, we're now seeing it being used more and more. So the benefits of being able to use sort of these agents is, let's say you've not taken a holiday for a while, you can actually go on holiday with your family and your business can still run without you. One example from the diary of the CEO is Stephen Bartlett actually ordered some water to be delivered and it was purely handled by AI and the delivery went through. So it can do a lot of smart things for you. People are turning to it to manage the calendar and organize meetings. So going back to the Gartner report, it says that AI agents will manage 40% of business applications by 2026, so within 3 months or 15 months if you take the whole year. So some examples are negotiating with suppliers. Don't necessarily agree with that. Some people could be doing that with a complicated agent, but I think this is probably a little bit too far-fetched to start with. You can schedule your entire week, so it can manage your calendar and meetings and team events. You're getting better at that all the time. It can follow up with prospects. If someone's emailing into you, even if they're ringing, it can do some basic sort of information gathering and then schedule that and triage that to you or your team. And it's getting very good at handling sort of 80% of the customer support requests. Again, Gartner's saying that it's saving around 120 seconds per interaction. That doesn't sound a lot, 2 minutes, but total that up and that is a lot of time saved over a week. So how do you get up and running? Well, start small. Identify a task that takes over 60 seconds of your time, and then try and automate them as well. So here's a framework. List out what you think you could potentially automate. Test if a job takes over 60 seconds. If it does, try and hand it over to AI. The goal is to try and reclaim about 10 hours a week per month. So trend number 2 is, I don't like the phrasing of this, but it is the synthetic content crisis. So again, studies are showing that by 2026, up to 90% of online content could be AI generated. So in all this noise, you being on camera or putting out content, being authentic, I don't like the phrase, but being authentic online could be a competitive advantage. If you're busy every week, but you actually take time to create content and put it out there online, could mean more sales. Why? Because there is a trust deficiency at the minute. I've experienced this with some brands I've been working with as well. We are getting a hell of a lot of views on social media with a lot of AI generated faceless content. The engagement in the comments are there, but the trust piece and then the call to actions to grow the brand and work with people seems to be a harder and harder piece to master. You being on camera like this and put yourself out there could be an advantage. So if someone sees 10 posts, 90% will be AI and they'll just scroll past it. You will actually be, your face and your message will be the differentiator, the one that stands out. So how do you get started? Well, a little suggestion and something I'm trying to do myself is try and make content that actually feels personal, so it's personal to you. So a good example is share behind the scenes insights from your business journey on social media. These personal touches can't be replicated by AI and will strengthen your brand's future connection. So trend number 3, the future of work, human AI collaboration. So what does this one mean? Well, 40% of companies plan to replace workers with AI by 2026. But the smartest businesses are focusing on collaboration instead of replacement. So AI is taking on sort of 50 to 70% of repetitive tasks. This frees up your team to focus on things such as creative problem solving, client relationships, strategic innovation to help you grow the business, and further business development, whether that's sales, marketing, and things that actually start bringing you leads, sales, and customers. So I think some businesses are mixing sort of humans and AI together, and they're getting the best results. A lot of companies, even the big boys like Salesforce, are downsizing, but the answer could be you upskill yourself and your team. Create a hybrid workforce where AI handles the mundane and humans deliver exceptional value through creativity and emotional intelligence. So a top tip here is start by mapping out a workflow and to identify site AI acceleration points. Don't like the phrase, but it's where they can fast track parts of the process. So if there's a bottleneck like replying to customer support tickets, can AI do this? So then your team can focus on the more difficult tickets where they might have to call a customer, find out what's going on and resolve the problem. So trend number 4 is AI in the physical world, beyond the screen. There's been robotics and things like that inside warehouses, factories, but it's now becoming more prevalent. By 2026, it will jump into real life with self-driving cars, robot workers, and smart devices everywhere. So there is projections that there'll be 35% efficient gains in warehousing with AI-powered logistics, 28% reduction in workplace accidents through predictive safety systems, 45% faster inventory management with autonomous scanning. That's insane. So for you as a business, if you're integrating this, let's say you run a warehouse or a factory, you know, you might have to start looking at where you can integrate sort of AI and this sort of robotic, you know, predictive quality control, checking if like a box is full. For example, you know, a camera could be scanning your shelves every evening and seeing where there's gaps, sending that to AI, and it might be a case of we need to order more of this stock. The possibilities is endless. I think we're only limited by our imagination and what we think is actually possible with these systems. Trend number 5, this isn't really a trend for me. AI-driven geopolitical disruption, navigating the new landscape. So the little thing I put in my blog post for this is global AI competition is reshaping trade relationships and supply chain. By 2026, access to advanced AI might depend on your business location and international partnerships. Right, so what does that actually mean? You just need to protect yourself. So a top tip here is diversify your AI providers and consider developing regional capabilities to hedge against potential restrictions. So there's an AI arms race going on at the minute. Now, this is in sort of 2 different sectors. Governments and nations are sort of want control. They want to be at the forefront of this gold rush, but also big businesses scrambling. So they need to have their own AI tools, either to actually make money from giving these tools to potential customers or just to keep them ahead of the competitors. So they're still keeping part of the market share. So I think you need to be considering how you use AI, integrate into it, and give yourself a little bit of this redundancy. Like you do with your website, you want to make sure that if a server goes down, the provider kind of magically shifts over and makes sure your website's up. It's going to be the same with sort of your AI and automation solutions inside your business. So trend number 6, invisible AI. What does that actually mean? So soon AI won't be a selling point. It'll be like the new norm. Everyone's saying AI powered this, AI powered that. Businesses are now moving to a structure where it's just part and parcel of the day-to-day. So the competitive advantage goes to businesses that seamlessly integrate AI across all operations. In business, it runs quietly in the background from sales to HR. It is standard practice. So people like customers and your employees will be expecting AI without sort of like the fanfare, the song and dance about it. You know, I come from a software development background, and you're probably going to get software developers, even though they're getting hit and the job market is shrinking, there'll be people going to a job interview and going like, okay, so what AI do you use? And like, they won't get any candidates because they're like, well, I want to use the latest and greatest tools. AI is one of those tools. You need to start providing it. So what's the top tip? Well, focus on user experience first. Don't just integrate it like you would with a normal software product. Focus on how a user uses that. And the same goes for any sort of AI integrations that you're doing. And what I'm finding running the agency, the best implementations are the one that either the business doesn't notice or there's minimal disruption to the current processes. So trend number 7, AI in healthcare beyond the doctor's office. healthcare AI is evolving from experimental to essential. By 2026, predictive diagnosis and personalized medicine will be standard. It will check data fast to be able to diagnose things quicker. This could potentially save lives. It could be that powerful. And finally, we're using AI for something instead of, I don't know, Bigfoot videos on TikTok. We're actually starting to use it now to benefit people in an amazing way. So what does this mean for your business? So a good example here is implement AI wellness monitoring to support your team's health and productivity, detect burnout patterns before they impact performance, and reduce healthcare costs through preventative care. That is amazing. As a founder, as a leader of a business as well, AI health monitoring gives you personalized insights without time-consuming appointments. So you're getting the benefits of diagnosing whether you're stressed, burnt out, lack of sleep, your nutrition's deficient. You can go and solve it without taking time out from your business, which will cause more stress. So AI might help you stick with growing your business without really sacrificing your health and well-being to the extent that it could be at the minute or it has done in the past. This is going to allow you to stay at peak performance while managing your business, which is unbelievable. And finally, trend number 8, energy efficient AI, sustainable innovation. Now, AI is a power hungry monster. So data centers could consume 12% of US electricity by 2028. Forward-thinking businesses are getting ahead of the challenge. So last week, I saw this article. Microsoft announced a 20-year deal to take 100% energy from a new scheme. So I think there's a famous area in the US called 3 Mile Island. So 3 Mile Island was an energy plant. And I think Microsoft has now taken on this project. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but this new project that's going to turn 3 Mile Island into this energy plant. Microsoft, they're going to take 100% of the output from that one station. The Azure cloud environment they've always got is probably power hungry, and now they're plugging AI into that. They're going to need this energy. So this is going to be a big issue that we're going to be facing, and more advanced AI means more energy consumption. So what does this mean for you and your business? Well, using AI could mean smarter energy usage. It's not coming from the environmental point of view only. It's also help you reduce costs. In the UK, for example, here we're having a cost of living crisis, but also businesses are getting pushed to the face because of the volatility that prices have. They can suddenly have a massive bill and they're just operating as normal. So being able to react to that, plan that, predict that, and maybe put in countermeasures using AI to predict sort of these changes or help you save over a weekend if you're not in the office and things like that could be a real game changer for you to help you keep the lights on, pardon the pun. So when selecting AI tools, see if you can factor in energy efficiency into your ROI calculations. The most sustainable solution often deliver best long-term value. That's the 8 AI trends that are coming up in 2026 and how you can integrate it into your 7-figure business. So the gap between people using AI and people that aren't will actually grow in 2026. And if you're lagging behind, it's going to get harder and harder to catch up. So it's all well and good me giving you these 8 trends. What can you do as a next step process to help take advantage of one of these trends and get ahead of your competitors? So number 1, choose one trend that aligns with your immediate business needs. So number 2, implement a small pilot project this quarter. So as I record this at the end of the September to be published the start of October, there's 3 months left. Quarter left in the year of 2025. See if you can put a project in place for these remaining 3 months. Measure results and scale what works. Repeat with the next most relevant trend. If you're working like 60-hour weeks to either get to 7 figures or maintain your 7-figure business, even scale to 8 figures, AI could be the leverage that you need to get to those milestones. If you are struggling to get up and running with AI and automation, I've got a school community. It's free to join, where we run through all sorts of AI workflows and how you can help get up and running with it inside your business. I'll put a link below in the description for you to be able to join the community. I'll put a link to the Work With Me page as well. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you to see how I can help you get up and running with AI and automation in your business before 2026. You can book a free discovery call. There's no strings attached. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your business. And I hope one of these trends is useful and relevant to you and you can get up and running with it before 2026.